Welcome, welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is Top Dash and Tommy. I am back. I really debated shooting a video or not. It is a little after 10 p.m. West Coast time out here in lovely, smoky, not sunny, but very hot California. It's two very large wildfires that are going on in the northern part of the state, and the smoke started to come in yesterday, and it full on arrived today. So I'm a little tired. It was a long day today. I made about $200. I dashed for about 8-9 hours. I think I did about 20 deliveries or so. I had a few other things I had to take care of today. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you realize that one of my key fobs for my car, which is a keyless start, it doesn't have any sort of key. It's just the key fob. One of my key fobs died, so I was locked out of my car with my keys in my hand. So my mom had to come out last week and bring me my spare key fob. So today I went by Ford and picked up another one, so I got to get that programmed in my car, and then I have two key fobs again. So two of them that I'll keep both on me so I don't ever run into that situation, or both at my house, so I don't ever run into that situation of ready to go out and hit the road and dash, and you can't even get into your car. So it was a long day today. I just got back home. Like, literally, I just got back home about maybe 5 to 10 minutes ago, and I'm like, ugh. I still got to work out. I got to eat. I got to shower. I really don't want to shoot a video, but that's one of the only two things I do. I'm a DoorDash driver full-time, and over the last month, I've been a YouTuber. 1 subscriber, but Rome wasn't built in a day. So I decided, hey, this is what I do. I am a YouTuber. I do try to make daily videos. So sit your butt down in your chair before you work out, before you shower, before you eat, and make a video. And even as I sat down, I had no earthly idea what I was going to talk about in today's video. And now I do have an idea. So I'm sure this video has been done to death by many other YouTubers. But I'm going to talk about my favorite and my least favorite restaurants to pick up from. I'll go ahead and do 5 and 5, and I'll do them in love and not love fashion. Like or dislike. I don't want to do love and hate because those are very strong words that I don't like to throw around. I don't like to throw around that I love things. I also don't like to throw around that I hate things. I don't really love that much. I don't really hate that much. But I do have things that I like, and I do have things that I dislike. So with that being said, let's get into today's video, which is going to be very flying by the seat of my pants because... Is that the glare from my bathroom that's making that weird... Nope, that's still there. Sorry, I got this weird glare in my eyeglasses. If I go back like this, it's not too bad. It's actually kind of cool looking. I don't know if you guys can see that on your end on the camera, but I can. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. The first restaurant that I like to pick up from... Chipotle. Chipotle's I've seen can be very hit or miss for a lot of other dashers and a lot of different markets. And even when I first started out, I did have a few bad Chipotle experiences, and I do know of a Chipotle in the Santa Rosa area that you got to flag them down to get them to give you your order. But 80% of Chipotles are on the money, on the dot, have their orders ready on time. They're on the shelf. They're ready to go. You're in, you're out, and you're on your way to make some money. So, I'm going to throw Chipotle on that list. 80% of the time, I have a great Chipotle experience. Number two, I'm sorry. So now we'll go to a restaurant that I dislike picking up from. Taco Bell. And I know this from being an employee at Taco Bell for 3 years. You walk into Taco Bell, and there are 6 employees working. One employee's job, and most of the time it's going to be the shift manager. The shift manager is the only person that you will interact with to get you your food for the most part. Because the other 5 people that are on shift, it's not their job to interact with you, and they are not going to interact with you. And I know this from Taco Bell, that if your job is to cook food, you're cooking food. That's it. If your job is to deal with the customers, you're doing everything else. I know, because I was a cashier at Taco Bell for 1.5 years, every single day, and I did everything that had nothing to do with making food. And it sucked. And it sucked. And I wouldn't have hung on for the 2 other years that I worked there had I not learned how to work on the line and became a line cook and ended up working in the very, very back of the line, which was called the steamer, which is basically you're the guy that gets the tortilla heated up, and then you put all the everything that's not lettuce, tortilla, or anything that's not lettuce, tomato, sour cream, cheese. You're putting the beets, the beans, the cheese, nacho cheese, the red sauce. You're doing that, and you're in the back, and you deal with the stuff that pertains to being a steamer. Had that not happened, I would have quit Taco Bell a long time ago. So maybe it's a little bit of a personal bias that I don't like picking up at Taco Bell. So it's never, and they're hit and miss. I have some Taco Bells that are really, really good, and I have some Taco Bells where I'm not even going to say it's really, really bad. It's just I know how it is because I worked there for so long. All right, so I got 1 and 1 for each of the list. So we're going to go to the number 2 restaurant that I like to pick up from, and that is McDonald's. Old Golden Arches, old Mickey D's, old Ronald McDonald himself. Hey, they got a really expedited system for the most part. You stand off to the side, and if you stand off to the side, 1 or 3 things will happen. Your order will be put there. Your order will be already put there, and you can grab it. Or an employee will ask you, what's the number? And you tell them the last 3 numbers. And they go, okay, it'll be, and you're checked in essentially. Or they bring it, they walk, before they even ask, they just ask, hi, are you for DoorDash? And you give them the 3 numbers, and then they hand you the bag as soon as you give them the 3 numbers. 90% of my McDonald's interactions are good, quick, speedy, and fast. I know speedy and fast are the same words, but everything, every restaurant's hit and miss, but McDonald's consistently gives me good service, especially the North Ukiah McDonald's. Great service. I like picking up from McDonald's, especially when you can get them and they're in short distances. You can just keep hitting McDonald's orders over and over and over, and then they realize who you are. By the 3rd time you've gone in there, they just, like McDonald's. Now, let's see. Go ahead, number 2 on the list of restaurants that I dislike. I'm just going to make this one an easy one. Mary's Pizza Shack. I'm not even going to get into the lists. Mary's Pizza Shack. I dislike them. Now, let's go to number 3 for restaurants I do like. And I'm going to bring to that list right here, right now, Jamba Juice. Jamba Juice is always really good. I actually worked for a couple of years at Jamba Juice also, so I know the way. Granted, I'm 32 now, and the last time I worked at Jamba Juice was when I was 21. So it's been over a decade since I worked at Jamba Juice, but I feel like their company values are still the same, and they are very, very high on customer service. To the point that when I worked there, if it didn't matter how busy it was, didn't matter what you were doing, didn't matter. If a customer walked in, you said hello. Even if it was we had employees that would, hello! And then we had employees that would, hello. Normally I was kind of in the middle. Depending on how I was feeling that day, a lot of times, hey, hello, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. They even had a nice little way of saying when you needed a cashier, surf's up, and be like, hey, surf's up, which going back to Taco Bell is if you were doing one of the trillions of things you had to do as a cashier, and a customer was at the register while you're doing one of the trillion things that you have to do as a cashier, and the people on the line are just standing looking at the customer because they're not going to go up there and help them, you'll hear someone yell out in a very grating, irritating old lady tone, CS, for customer service. That's kind of grating. That's a little grating. I didn't like hearing it. I'm sure the customer felt out of place standing there and hearing some, old fat lady going CS. So surf's up is a little funner way. But Jamba Juice, they're really on the ball. They treat you nice, they treat you well. In, out, easy as can be. Jamba Juice, number 3 on the things I like. All right, so now we're going to go to number 3 on restaurants I dislike. And this is not so much the restaurant itself, just what environment am I going to run into at this restaurant? And that is Little Caesars. I'm putting it on this list. Also, I have had a few instances that were just ridiculous when it came to what I was dealing with on the from the employee side at Little Caesars, but not very often, not enough to warrant this is why they're on the dislike part of my list. No, they're on the dislike part of my list is I don't know what I'm going to walk into when I go in there. Am I going to walk into a line all the way out the door full of the sketchiest people you've ever imagined because it's Little Caesars and it's $5 pizzas, and $5 pizzas brings out the sketchy people? On a Friday night, it can bring out all the sketchy people, and they're all packed in that Little Caesars and packed out the door, and you got to maneuver all your way through them to get to the portal. Oh, but this one isn't a port, and that's the thing. Is it going to be a portal, or do you have to talk to the employees? Am I going to get in a fight with a dasher in there? I've had interactions with dashers in there before, to where I walk in and the restaurant's just full of skeezy, sketchy people. And I walk in and there's 3 people off to the side that they've told me they've already been helped. And the one lady in there is helping the guy in front of me. So I'm waiting behind the guy in front of me, and a guy walks in with a DoorDash mask, a DoorDash pizza bag, all of his gear on him. I have a hat, and sometimes I wear the red mask, but I have several masks. I never come into the restaurant hauling my gear and stuff with me, because I just put it in the car, and then I settle it in the car there myself. This guy walks in, tries cutting in front of everybody, and I tell him, hey man, like I'm doing the same thing as you, and I'm next, and it turned into a whole thing. I mean, And really, honestly, I could have handled it better because at the end of the day, it's just pizza. What am I going to do? Am I going to fight this guy and beat him up, or have him beat me up and have the cops called and us both hauled off to jail over pizza? No. No. At the end of the day, that's not something that's I want to have happen. And when it comes to Little Caesars, all those thoughts come to my head whenever I hit accept. I wonder what sort of people are going to be in the Little Caesars, how busy it's going to be, and if I'm going to get in any sort of verbal or physical confrontation with any of these Little Caesars customers, or possibly another Dasher, because it seems just that Little Caesars brings out the worst of the worst when it comes to their customers and people coming in there. So let's see, we got 3 and 3 now. All right, you know what? We'll go ahead and speed round this for the last 2, because this video's getting a little long and I got stuff I got to do tonight. So number 4, this is going to be the speed round. Number 4 on lists of restaurants that I like to pick up from. I'm going to give a little local shout out to a place called Twin Sisters Coffee Shop. I don't even think it's twin. I think it's Two Sisters Coffee Shop in Clear Lake. It's a little, I can't say ma and pop because I think it's 2 sisters that run it, so it's a little 2 sisters. Ran small business, and for being a small business on the DoorDash platform, they're really good. I've had great experiences with them. And number 5 for restaurants that I like to pick up from, let's see here. I want to say, Number 5. Oh, God, Chick-Fil-A. Chick-fil-A, obviously. And if any of you guys are Dashers, most of y'all know that Chick-fil-A, I even got to get into the reasons. Chick-fil-A, I always enjoy picking up from Chick-fil-A. Don't care about what their beliefs are politically or religiously or whatever, each way, or how they feel about certain groups of people. They're just a really easy pickup for me. That's all. So those are the 5 restaurants I like picking up from. So let's go ahead and speed round through the restaurants that I dislike picking up from, starting with number 4, and that is going to be Wendy's. No explanation needed. And number 5, KFC. And actually, Wendy's and KFC, there's 2 reasons why you guys are my least favorite on my least favorite restaurants to pick up from list, for this same reason. Open your damn lobbies. Open your lobbies. Simple as that. Outside of that, Wendy's is trash. Wendy's is trash. It's just trash. The offers are trash. The fact that they don't have their lobbies open, so the line through the drive-thru out into a very tiny parking lot that can't handle all those cars sitting like that is trash. The rude employees are trash. I don't like Wendy's. KFC, I'm actually going to shout out the A&W KFC mix in Windsor. I've actually had great experiences with them. It's just the fact that the lobbies, restaurants, fast food places without open lobbies are on my dislike list. So, anyways, everybody, I am tired. I am losing energy, and I still got to work out. I'm not even out of my work clothes yet. There was the 5 restaurants I enjoy picking up from. Those were the 5 restaurants I don't really enjoy picking up from. I have been Top Dash and Tommy. If you enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy this video, that's okay. Please give a thumbs down. And if you want more daily DoorDash videos, today was kind of more of a list that has been more, I feel like it's been done to death. But I try to tell DoorDash stories. I try to relive stories and experiences that I've gone through that happened to me as a driver. So if you want more stories like that on the daily, because I do daily videos, please hit that subscribe button. But for now, it has been me, Top Dash and Tommy. It is Friday night, and I'm going to get stoned. I'm going to work out. I'm going to eat some food, and I'm going to play some video games. You guys have a great night, morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching. And I will see you guys in the next video.